Hello friends, let's look into a hacker ranking problem which is called no list. This problem describes list first, and it says there are two kinds of operation. One is insert, which is insert y at index x, and the second operation is delete, which is delete the element at index x. And the value of x and y and x in both these operations are provided in the next line. So given a list L of n integers, perform Q queries on the list, and the queries could be either insert and delete, which we just saw. And once all the queries are completed, print the modified list as a line of space separated integers. So this is about the problem. It describes about the input format. Input format is n, which is first the initial number of elements in the list. Second line contains n space separated integers, and this describes the list. So here in the sample input, this is the list of 5 integers 12, 0, 1, 78, 12. Third line contains an integer q, the number of queries, and here in this case there are 2 queries. Then the subsequent 2 q lines, it describes the queries, and in the first line if you see there is an insert query, and then there are no values of x and y provided. So you have to insert at the 5th position value 23, and then delete 0, delete the element at 0th position. So here they have inserted 23 at the end and deleted the item at 0th position, which is 12. Now the list has become something like this: 0, 1, 78, 12, 23. So this is about the problem, and let's look into how to solve this. And they have a template which is provided. There's no code. We have to write the code to scan the list, and then there are some we are allowed to use util.io, util.star, java, various packages we are allowed. So let's see how we can solve this problem. I'll remove this comment. Not the main line, main function declaration can be intact. So here to solve, one thing is we have to make use of the list interface. List interface has two methods which will be useful. Our insert operation will correspond to add method, which is add at index integer an element of type e. E is integer in this case. Our list is integer, and a delete operation will correspond to remove operation of list in Java, which takes an argument int index and removes the element at the specified position in the list. So these are the two operations which we have to do. So we can use the list interface. I will define this list. So let's say list of integer, and we say now you can use any kind of list, linked list or array list. I would say new array list. This will be better performing. Okay, and now let's write the code for scanner. Create a new scanner so that we can read various inputs, and input is read from system.in, which is standard input device keyboard. And once you have the scanner, you start the scanning. First value will be int n, so you'll get first value will be int n, and this is scan dot next int. So we read this. Then we need to read all the elements of the list. So what we do is we iterate int I equal to 0, I less than n. So from I to 0 to n, 0 to n minus 1, and I plus 1. And now we start reading into list different values. So assume we get an item, we say element equal to scan dot what we do is after reading, you have to see the next line. So I will say scan next line. This takes it to the next line, and then we start reading the elements. Scan dot next int, and you do it repeatedly, and then keep adding the element in the list. So I'm not specifying the position. I'll keep adding at the end of the list. Let's see if no, this is how it is done. So add appends the element to the end of the list. So if you don't provide the position, it will append. So which is right. Now, once you have read all the list, again you go to next line, and next line you will find an integer q, and this will be scan dot extent. This is number of queries, and then you will again loop I equal to 0, I less than q. So your loop will run from 0 to q minus 1, I plus plus again, and then you have to see what is the string. So you have to read the string, which we call command equal to scan dot line next line, and this is command. If command equal to dot equals, yeah, for string you have to use the equals method. If it's insert, then you will read x and y. X, you know, we have a scan dot next int. You read this next line, and then again you have to go to next line. Then you see whether your command is insert, and then you read x and you read y, and then you have to insert y at index x. So at index is x and element is y. So this is you insert. Then you have the other command, else if. Okay, and this command is called, let's see if command dot equal to delete. In this delete, we will have only one value, which is, we'll read it here. What we have to do is list dot remove whatever is the value we pass in. So removing the element at that particular location. Okay, so now delete commands also work. Now you have read the values, and then you do this a few number of times. Once you are done, then you have to just print list. So this is you will be printing this list in the new line. So let's see if we compile this successfully and then run it against the sample test case. What's the result? Okay, so element, what is yeah, this one. Okay, and you remove insert, then element. Okay, what it's saying in compatible types, it's expecting an integer object, and we are passing int. Okay, so we can convert this to integer. So here we say new integer like this. So I run it again. Now line 17, error incompatible type element. Okay, this. Okay. I think it's not the issue. The issue was we don't say list equal list dot add list dot add. We simply have to say list dot add. This was just a typo, I guess. Okay, now we got this. I am seeing some wrong answer. So let's see what's wrong. Okay, uh, your output is, and it's expecting. Okay, okay. So we are just printing the list as it is, and we have deletion. If deletion, else good, and if it's delete, then you remove. So we have inserted the value. Looks like Q has not been read. Let's see if we can do some debugging. Okay, my debug, I would say, what is the value of n? This is my debug command, and this will give me n, the element. Okay, yes. So whether all the elements are read properly or not, then yeah, maybe I can just see if after this I have read the list properly. Okay, then let me see if I have read the value of q properly here. Okay, and then if I am able to scan the line, so I have read the value. I went to next. I think yeah, here we have missed out one more scan dot next, and this one will give me the value of command. So that may be the reason our commands are not getting executed, and we print them. So let's run it again. See the value what is coming up. So we have debug and in the list q is equal to 2, and then we have the command is not read, it's saying 2. Okay, q is 2, it has to be q, it should be 2. Okay, command we have to say typo in the debugging code. Let's see, insert, and then once you have the command, you go to the next line, you read int x and y. So this is, yeah, we should also see whether we are able to scan this properly. We say x, and then probably here input mismatch. In last few, so we have the insert, and if command dot equal to insert, then we are into next line after reading this, and then it should read equals x equal to next int. Why the input is not read properly, that's something we need to investigate. And so we have n is read properly, next line, and then we have read number of queries, we move to next line, and then we read the command is also read properly, we move to next line, and if it's equals to insert, then we move to next line and read x and y. And okay, so after reading it, we should say scan dot next, so that now we keep continuing to the next query. So let me run here, hoping that fix the error. So command insert is there, x and y is not right. So we move to next line. Is that uh, we read next in, which is the value of q, and then we move to next line. We read the value of command x and y. Scan next in. So input mismatch exception, and this is at line 30. So scan dot next in. So after the insert, it's not able to scan in. This is so what if I don't move to next line? Let's see. So x and y is read. This has also read. So now I'm able to read the insert and delete command. Now executing this command. So we got then the error. Let's see what no line found. Okay. So once all the inputs are complete, okay, so there's no way to kind of go to because yeah, there is no line found. It's run like this, okay. So we have to read this. Okay, yeah, so we should put this. I would say here scan dot next line so that you are ready to read the next query. Now this one should work because yeah, now at the end we don't get any error. Like there's no new line, and there's we need to list each of the elements. So, so yeah, when the list dot to string square brackets is not expected in the output, and this and we get this. X is for each illegal style of expression. Okay. So I just no fix the next line. So yeah, you can't have this next line at the end because once you are at the last command, then there is no next line. So here I have moved the next line from outside this to inside this loop. And there was one more problem. I'm using the syntax. No, this is stream, and it was Java 7. So you have to make sure you use Java 8. Now, when I run this, it is giving me the result as expected. And yeah, so this is passing the test case. Now let me submit this code to see know the output for all the test cases, whether it's passed or not, and whether our solution is accepted. Hoping that it should accept. Let's see. All the test cases, there are around 9, 10 test cases. And yeah, all the 10 test cases have passed and we got this problem. So yeah, this is a simple problem. Only thing is you have to be a little careful to read inputs. And yes, it gives you some familiarity to list interface. Here, you could use array list or linked list as well. Yeah, whichever you prefer. Prefer array list is faster. And that's all for this particular video. Hope you enjoyed this problem. And in case you have any queries, feel free to write at the comment section below the video. And do subscribe and hit the bell icon if you like this videos. It will encourage me to create more such videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.